In this video, I'll demonstrate how to draw boxes in two-point perspective and how to create the illusion of overlapping. This technique is useful for creating a sense of depth and layering in cityscapes, making buildings appear to overlap. Similar to one-point perspective, begin by drawing a horizon line. I'll draw it darkly here for visibility, but remember to draw it lightly in your own work. Now again, instead of a single vanishing point, you'll use two. Position these vanishing points towards the edges of your paper. From this point onward, any line that isn't vertical should converge to one of these vanishing points. Start drawing your boxes or buildings by first establishing a corner, just as you did in the one-point perspective exercise. That establishes the corner of our first building. Now connect that corner to both vanishing points. Next, decide on the dimensions of this building. This is entirely up to you. I'll make this side short and the other side a little longer. While I started this corner relatively centered, you don't have to. I find it helpful to erase unnecessary lines as I go to avoid confusion later on. So I'll clean up those lines now. So there's your first box. To create the overlapping effect, we'll draw a second box behind the first. This means we'll only draw a portion of it. If it helps, you can visualize drawing the complete line as we did before, connecting to the vanishing points. This time, however, stop the line when it intersects the first cube. Knowing that the bottom edge of the second cube is along the same plane, align that bottom corner with the vanishing point, even though we won't actually draw the full line. Again, this is the height I want for this cube. Connect the top and bottom of that line to the vanishing points. Now I'll extend this cube to this point and then erase the unnecessary lines. As you can see, we did a lot of erasing here, so it's best to draw lightly. Now I'll make this cube relatively small. You may have noticed that I'm drawing all vertical lines parallel to the very first line we established. Therefore, these lines are completely straight up and down. Now I need to connect the corners I've just created to the vanishing points because we'll see a portion of the top of this cube. Then I need to erase those lines to prevent the cube from appearing transparent. Once you're comfortable with this technique, you won't necessarily need to draw every line all the way to the vanishing point. With practice, you'll be able to stop the lines where you know the cube's edge will be. So I'll draw another cube on this side, placing it behind the others and making it taller. Again, imagine the line extending fully down to the vanishing point, but I won't draw it completely. So although I've aligned the edge with the vanishing point, I'll stop the line at this point. If that seems too difficult at first, you can always connect the lines fully to the vanishing points and then erase the excess. I want this cube to be relatively short at the front. I'll put the bottom of this cube right here. And again, that's up to you. Align it with the vanishing point, then stop and erase. You can see that the buildings are now starting to appear to overlap. Just keep drawing and practicing, always connecting lines to the vanishing points. Remember, and this is crucial, every line you draw, unless it's vertical, must converge towards one of the vanishing points without exception. The same principle applies if you want to draw streets, sidewalks, or roads. Again, always align the line you're drawing with the vanishing point. I'm going to try drawing one more here to fill the empty spaces here. And that's how you create overlapping boxes in 2-point perspective. Thank you so much for following this tutorial. I'm glad you made it this far. I hope this tutorial was helpful and easy to follow. Until next time, and have fun drawing.